Hey everybody, welcome to another episode. I'm Rob.
I'm Kaleb.
And I'm Andy.
And this is Everybody in the Conference Room. Now, holy cow.
What?
You're probably pumping the brakes a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaleb Polk sitting in.
Excited to be back.
By popular demand.
I hope you're clapping at home
back.
right now.
I've been getting flagged down in the streets. So,
aren't you that guy who was on that show?
You're that guy.
Now, you may be asking yourself, where the heck is Adam Jones? He's on sweet, sweet vacation.
What? I want to go.
Yeah, he's in Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
Oh, fancy.
I'll go there.
Yeah, dude.
Fancy vacation.
He's living it up.
We miss you, Adam.
Yeah, we miss
Bring me
you
back.
like crazy, Mr. Adam Jones.
Jar full of sand. What do you do? Like, what's the souvenir from Tahoe? I don't know.
Bring me back a jar full of that
Bring me-
good Tahoe air.
Yeah,
Bring
do that.
back a Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah, that's
SUV.
good. That's good.
If
That's
you
what
love
I
us,
meant.
Adam, you will bring us back a vehicle. So yeah, Adam Jones is on vacation. He'll be back next week. But Kaleb Polk sitting in.
Yeah.
Because you sat in with us on what was the episode?
It was, I can't remember the episode name, when
That
Ryan
is
burns the
fire.
panini.
The fire
The
guy.
fire, yes.
Yeah,
the fire.
Fire guy. There
Yes.
you go. Ryan started the fire.
Yes.
And so
Spoiler
now,
alert.
good to have you back, my friend.
Excited to be back.
Dude, so good, so good. Let me get through this crazy intro. So, hey, as always, guys, thank you so much for listening, and make sure wherever you get your podcasts, you subscribe. And if you leave us that 5-star on iTunes, we'll read it live on the air. Last week, no 5-star reviews to read. This week, 2.
Whoa.
We doubled.
Making it up. So I'm only going to read one. We're going to save one for next week.
Nice.
But that'll be really cool. As always, make sure you tell a friend about the show. That is so helpful. And check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/anofficepod. Tonight, the after party, we're talking worst birthdays. All through this episode, Michael's talking to us about the worst birthdays he's had. And so tonight we're going to talk about the worst birthdays that we've had. And as always, we want to say thank you to our sponsor for this episode. I'm talking about Mr. Brian Cavazos. See, I just said his name normal this time.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? Is it a letdown?
I'm
Did I
feeling
disappoint
things. Sure.
you? Dang it.
No, I feel fine.
Okay. Brian is probably disappointed. I apologize. Mr. Brian Cavazos. There you go. Anyways. And as I said, we have a 5-star. I'm going to read this.
I gotta say, this 5-star is my favorite.
It's a
yet.
little controversial.
I am 5-starring this 5-star.
Your 5-star review for this 5-star review
Is 5
Love
is
it.
5 stars. Okay.
Is more of this.
This might be the most controversial review we've ever received, Mr. Kaleb Polk. So get ready for this one.
He
I'm ready.
amended
I'm ready.
already. Like, he did the holy hands in the air.
Yeah.
I did.
We brought you in specifically because this is going to be a point of contention.
Okay.
And we need you
I'm
to
here to
be-
mediate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So the author of this review is Country Breakfast Cookie,
Sounds delicious.
which does sound really good.
Tell
They
me,
write
I
this
don't
from
know
a
what it
Cracker
is, but I
Barrel
like
or
it.
what? Country breakfast cookie.
They wrote,
I mean,
what they called me in college.
What is a breakfast
oh my
cookie?
gosh.
Does it have eggs and bacon?
Oh my gosh.
Either way,
Baked
sounds
in.
delicious.
If you're listening to this podcast at home and you are putting eggs in your cookie,
There's,
There
that's
is
kinda-
eggs and cookies. You do know that,
That's
right?
kind of,
Yes.
but
Then you are doing all good things.
I'm talking scrambled eggs.
that's exactly what I'm
Sunny
okay,
side up.
That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Eggs
like a
in the
cookie,
yolk
but like you see
made.
chunks of egg in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross. You shouldn't have that.
Don't
It's
do
gross.
that.
Don't
Stay
do
out
it.
of Cracker Barrel.
But if you do it, pour some gravy on that stuff.
Oh, that sounds so good. Anyways, Country Breakfast Cookie. It's so hard to hate this review because their name is so delicious.
I'm telling
Right.
you.
yeah.
So the title of the review is Amazing Podcast. Once again, hard to hate it.
Sure.
5 stars. And this is what they say. I love the way y'all,
Oh,
Definitely Cracker Barrel.
from the
indeed. They're writing this review under farm machinery hanging from the ceiling.
South. Dwight, is it you?
I know for real. Okay, so it says, I love the way y'all break down the episodes and tie things back to your lives. I'm so glad I found y'all.
Okay, cutie. I like her.
And
Yeah.
this is when it takes a turn. Are you ready, Kaleb Polk?
I'm ready. Bring it
Okay.
on.
And to clarify all the confusion out there, Andy
Me.
is the funniest host, hands down.
I'm bowing.
Whoa.
I'm taking the bow.
Launching some fire statements
There
here.
is,
A to the men.
and then the
That
last,
is a hot take.
the last line says, "You boys just can't understand her humor."
Okay. Is that true? Am I being misunderstood around this table?
You could call
Do
it
you
that.
guys not know? Do you guys not know that I am the funniest? Is it just me and the rest of the world
And
that
Cracker
know
Barrel
this?
cookie? I don't know.
You know what? I submit to this. I submit to this review.
Oh,
You know what? The jury.
You heard it here, folks.
The jury has spoken.
Yeah.
It is.
Rob
It is.
chose Andy. Sorry, Adam.
It's been
That's what happens
chiseled.
when you leave.
It's been chiseled into stone.
Andy wins.
Andy's the funniest one. No
Cheers.
pressure. That's
I
a
cheers-
mantle to
I cheers
carry.
to myself.
Enjoy it.
Adam just sped up in his Chevy Tahoe on the
That's
way
right.
back here.
Yeah, he's gonna come busting in through this door and be like, "Wait a minute." Anyways, so no, but for real, Country Breakfast Cookie, thank you so much for leaving that review. It means a ton to us, especially to Andy, I would imagine.
Actually,
So-
I bet you it was Adam that left that review. I think he knows.
Oh, boy.
Well, we just want to welcome Kaleb Polk sitting in permanently. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways,
Permanent guest.
that's right. So, hey guys, tonight we are going to break down season 2, episode 19. Michael's birthday. We're also going to take a look at the Jim Pranks leaderboard. He doesn't pull a prank this time. He's a little too busy shopping with Pam. Right?
Yes.
He's got his hands full.
Yeah.
Worth it.
We're also going to head over to that good Dunder Mifflin subreddit and look at some quality content that I am bringing to the table tonight.
Wow.
Adam Jones on vacation, so I have assumed the mantle of choosing which post we're going to give it Dundie to.
All
And this one,
right.
as soon as I was sorting by new, by the way, okay, keeping it real, this post spoke to me as soon as I saw it. So we'll get to it. We'll get there. All right. And so, hey, you guys ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
All right. So, hey, tonight, Jim and Pam go shopping. Kevin is waiting for a call. Toby doesn't get a donut. And Michael's the birthday boy. Aw. Tonight, this is Michael's birthday, season 2, episode 19 of The Office. All right, so as this episode opens, this is probably one of my favorite cold opens so far for the series. So Michael has everybody in the conference room, always a good choice, and he has been recruited by Phil.
Yes.
We don't know who Phil is. We just know his name, and then he drives a Corvette.
Hey, you don't need to worry about Phil. He drives a Corvette. He's doing just fine.
He has been recruited by Phil to sell calling cards, which pump the brakes right there. Did you ever use a calling card, Kaleb Polk?
No.
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah. So 2 different times in my life I've had a calling card. Once was there was a time my senior year in high school where I spent a month in London because my sister was going to school there.
Oh, dang.
And so,
International.
Yes, I got to go and fly and be with her during one of my holidays. And so I
Nice.
spent a month there, and my mom sent me with a calling card, and she would keep putting money on it so I could keep calling home.
Ah.
So
There
there
you
was
go.
one time. Another time, I spent a month. So my first year of college during a break, I spent a month in Arizona. Just Arizona. I had a cell phone, but my mom still sent me with a calling card. 1 year later, she was like, well, it worked before, so
It's going to work again.
it worked again. And
Yes.
I don't think I ever used it when I was in Arizona,
There you go.
but I did have one.
Just spoiled those minutes.
She sent it in an envelope. That's why I remember, because
Oh,
it was
baby.
an envelope with money and a calling card.
Just cash.
Just money, a
Very
letter,
secure.
a cute little note, and calling card.
Kaleb Polk, you're a young man.
I am.
Have you ever experienced the glory of the calling card?
No, which I was like, what is this? I don't even a calling card.
there's-
Is this
okay.
to reload your cell phone?
You just
or
No,
Like
no,
a
no,
free-
no.
Put money
Before,
on it, and you
Prepaid
can call.
minutes?
Yeah.
sort of, but
Okay.
to like a payphone or to make like a long distance call.
Okay.
So when you were like on a landline or you're on a payphone, you want to give a call to somebody and you don't want to like pump the quarters in. You have this card you're carrying in your wallet. You dial a number,
Yes.
then you like choose an option, then you dial the number you want to call.
My gosh.
Oh, there's a process.
What I'm hearing you say is this is a growing market.
Yes,
This is what I'm
exactly,
hearing.
exactly. Yes,
The market's hot.
we want to recruit more people to make more money. There you go.
Which also, I don't know if you noticed this. The calling cards have, I think, the Puerto Rican flag on it, which it's like I don't
No
know.
way, I missed that.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, not a good
International
sign.
travel.
There you go. So Michael is saying, he's been recruited to sell these calling cards.
I love that he's doing it in the office, on business, on company time, with
He
his
has-
employees
he has
that
called a
work
meeting
for
for
somebody
this.
else.
But he's hand selected these employees. He
Indeed.
has his all stars in the
That's
room
right.
here. This
That's
is
right.
starting 5.
Oscar basically says
onto
like,
something.
"Hey, this seems like a get-rich-quick scheme," and Michael's like, "Yes, we're gonna make some money. Yes, you get it, Oscar. Oh, it's so good." They make fun of him basically about getting scammed, and Michael talks about the email that he received, and when the son of the deposed king of Nigeria contacts you personally.
So good.
Oh, dang it.
So
Michael.
good.
So basically, they kind of say, hey, this sounds like a pyramid scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. He sort of draws the diagram. Jim proceeds to draw a perfect pyramid around it.
Yep.
Michael takes a look and says, I need to make a call. Do you think he uses the calling card to make the call?
I was just about to ask that.
Dang it, Michael. So then we roll credits. So as the episode then continues on, so Michael arrives back at the office. It's a new day. And he is carrying a bag with a pink box. That's significant. But as he comes in, Pam wishes him a happy birthday. And
She's so sweet.
Michael acts like he's surprised, but he's all about this.
Yes.
Sure. He's been waiting for a month.
He didn't sleep the night before.
Yeah.
It's a day that's dedicated to him. He is definitely going to be anticipating it. And he talks about that, his birthday in the office is a big deal. The people go crazy. And I love that as he is saying this, it's panning around and everybody's just like working like it's a normal day.
Yeah.
And then
I would have expected Dwight to show up with like a birthday hat or something.
for sure.
Like
for
Dwight
sure.
should have been the one going crazy.
For sure. You would have expected Dwight to like meet him in the parking lot with like a banner or some sort of like knitted
Yeah.
bag with his name on. I don't know. Just
Some
some
sort
Even
of
just
weird
beats.
farm type thing that
with German
he rounded up.
with like German ancestry.
Although Dwight does get very detailed later.
That is
about
true.
his
That is true.
birthday.
We will get there. And then another fun fact that Michael shares is that he shares a birthday with celebrity Eva Longoria,
Jealous.
and that makes it so that if he ever meets Terry Hatcher, he has a great icebreaker.
I gotta know, Michael. I want to know what this icebreaker is. Take a guess, Caleb. What would you say?
I have no idea. I had to
Hey-
look this up.
Hey, Terry Hatcher, I share a birthday with Eva Longoria. That's his icebreaker.
I did read some back channel on this as I was watching this episode because I was like, first of all, who's Terry Hatcher? Everybody knows who's Eva
So
Longoria.
your wife is not a Desperate Housewives lady.
Yeah, so that's what I read. Apparently, they were on Desperate Housewives together.
Yes,
They did
yes.
not like each other.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
Oh,
what
I
I
didn't
read.
know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caleb bringing the
That's what
The
hey,
juice.
Hot take, right? You heard
Okay.
it here first.
the beef.
Terry Hatcher does not like Eva Longoria.
Juicy gossip.
How
I had
long
no
ago
idea.
did Desperate Housewives go off the air?
A long
I
time
don't know.
ago.
And they still hate
Not
each
long
other.
enough.
I still rewatch it every once in a while, guys. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
That's who I use.
Okay, spoilers for
My life.
for Desperate Housewives. Wasn't it so random when the dude got shot on the front porch?
Yeah, that was sad.
Never seen it. I don't know.
It was weird. It was
Love-
weird.
Somebody got
love
shot
of
on a
this
reality
person's
TV
life.
And then the
show?
weirdo
Yeah.
kid with glasses.
No, it wasn't reality.
No. Desperate Housewives? Oh no,
You're
this is a
thinking of The
drama.
Real Housewives, which I watched that too.
Different show, Caleb.
Different.
I'm thinking of like, what's the one that's like Moms of Atlanta?
No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Real
like
Housewives.
Real
If
Housewives.
Adam was here, it'd be Moms of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Welcome.
Wisconsin and my
We're going to have some
cheese.
hard
And
shell tacos
Look at
later.
this.
Cheese.
Look at this cold cheese hat I just got.
No, this was like a legit drama comedy, like a dramedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
So
It's
I
like
don't
Good,
know
real good.
anything about this.
no, and there's like
Watch
the
it.
weird Harry Potter kid who's like torturing somebody in the basement.
What?
They took some weird turns at times.
I mean, way spoilers. Like, we
Yeah.
should
I mean,
really.
if you haven't seen it by now, though.
We
I mean,
apologize for spoiling Desperate Housewives. Anyways,
But yeah, real scary. We're real weird stuff.
some weird stuff.
But I didn't know they didn't like each other. Tell me more about that. Oh, just that?
Yeah, that's just what I
Oh,
read.
good. Okay,
Yep.
good.
That was it. It was on IMDb.
What's your best take on what Michael would say?
Sup, Terry? I have a birthday with your best friend.
What do you got to say about that?
That was hard to struggle through
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
I
Tell
don't
me
know.
more about Dean Kane.
I wish he would have finished that sentence.
Dang.
Give us
It
the
didn't
line.
say anything specifically. It just said it was rumored that the two were not like fond of each other. So
Okay. Well, there you go.
Well,
So then,
that
as,
ruined my dream of them like skipping down the road holding hands.
That they were, like, best
friends
buds.
forever.
so then, as Kevin arrives, Michael makes it clear that he's running late, and Michael kind of calls him out in front of everybody. And then, as Michael's heading into his office, he has a funny interaction with Jim, where Jim's like, "Oh yeah, hey, by the way, happy birthday." And, oh, thank you, sir. So he gets some more acknowledgement there. Jim, then, we have an interview with him, and he basically talks about that when it comes to Michael's birthday, basically what it looks like is he gets super excited, he eats a ton of cake, runs around the office, and then crashes in the afternoon, and that's when we get our rate.
That sounds like a great birthday, honestly. You get cake,
It
you're
also
with
sounds-
your friends, and you take a nap.
Yeah, that's a pretty good day.
Yeah,
It kind of sounds like a
hits all of
toddler's
my-
birthday, right?
It's like a 5-year-old. Yeah.
There you go. I'm surprised there's not a bounce house. Anyways, so then Kevin is in the break room. Pam walks in and says, "Hey, have you heard anything?" And he looks worried. He says,
does.
"Nothing yet."
Yeah.
So we're starting to get a little bit of a picture. Kevin is running late. Now he looks very worried.
Yep.
Pam's checking in. He hasn't heard anything yet. We'll hear more later, but something's going on with Kevin, guys. So then Dwight comes into Michael's office. He's so excited that it's Michael's birthday. He can't wait to just like celebrate this guy, dude.
See, that's a best friend.
That's right.
That's sweet.
He wants to give Michael a birthday hug, but Michael is not having it. I got a new suit. Take it easy, you
Yes.
know.
Pinstriped.
That's right. And it's like incredibly pinstripe. Like it starts to hurt your eyes after.
It is.
It kind of is pinstriped. Like, do you remember that old Mentos commercial where the guy rolls on the freshly painted bench? Do you even know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what that is.
Do you know
I
what
just know
Mentos-
Mentos and Diet Coke make a bomb.
Oh, Caleb. Oh my gosh.
I don't know a lot of things.
Okay, there was this old commercial in the 90s. We're going to break
I
this
do
down
remember
super
this
fast.
one.
There's an old commercial in the 90s with Mentos. Do you remember the Mentos commercials?
Mentos.
Mentos.
The Fresh Maker.
I guessed for real.
So this guy, oh,
We're
real?
about as
For
old
real?
as we
Okay.
look, so
Okay.
we're like old enough for these commercials.
Okay.
So this painter is painting like this wooden bench with like slats
This
on
story's
it.
not going to be
Okay.
worth it, by the way.
I know, it's not at all.
I feel like
This
I need
story-
a
Let's
really dive in
You're
right
gonna
here.
Be disappointed.
Disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, this story is going to suck.
Yeah.
But here we go.
You can do the little like 15-second bubble.
There you
skip.
go. You could just skip ahead. Painter painting a bench with wooden slats.
Yes.
Guy in a nice black suit sits down, gets paint lines on
Okay.
his suit, stands up and is like, "Oh, what the heck?" And the painter's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." Guy's like, "Don't worry about it." Pops a Mentos, lays down on the bench and like rolls, like pivots his body,
Yes.
pinstripes his own suit with paint, and then looks at the painter and is like, "Ah," and the painter's like, "Nice."
Yes, you did it. Way to go.
Now
Look it
that
up on
is
YouTube.
television, folks.
Indeed.
Wow.
Indeed. Immediately, I'm
Everybody's all
like, I
impressed.
want to run out and buy Mentos and a suit.
Problem solver.
Turns out the director for that was also the last season of Game of Thrones.
There you
so
go. There you go.
Just jaw dropping.
Excellent. So good. So
His first piece.
yeah, that's right. He compliments Michael's suit and all that good stuff, and then Dwight wants to really have a hand in planning the day, but Michael makes it clear that the PPC.
Yeah, you know me.
Thank you.
He had
that
to
was
point to me and long pause.
a
and then
little
I
bit
had to, like,
delayed,
wake up
but
a
that's
little.
okay. That's okay.
If you ever want, I'm ready. I'm on it.
The PPC
Yeah, you know me.
has been working 24/7 on Michael's party, according
Sure.
to Michael. So.
Okay.
24/7.
They've got it handled. But Dwight does say, "Hey, I have a surprise. Okay, I have a surprise for you." And then they're like, "We're going to get the party started." They start raising the roof. Dwight is doing it incredibly wrong. Michael's like, "That's not how I taught you." And then they get it right. They're raising the roof. But even Michael raising the roof is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit weird. Have you ever...
Who has been raised?
That's
oh,
exactly
you're
what I was
gonna
going to
ask
say. Yes.
Who gets it right?
Ha-
Who
is-
has raised a roof well?
Have you ever seen anybody raise
Show
the
me,
roof and you're
Caleb.
like...
I don't think anyone in history has
Oh, here you
ever
go. I'm sure I'm good
successfully raised a roof.
Okay, that's not bad. Andy's raising the roof right now, and it's kind of cute. But that's yeah. Has anybody
at it. I
ever
think he
raised the
has a
roof?
crush on me, though.
Has anybody ever raised the roof and you looked and you went, "Oh man, that's cool. That's good."
I
Yo,
know.
man, I was thinking about leaving this party, but now I'm in it.
Look
But
at
now
that
I'm here.
guy, the roof
That's
racer.
right. I want to hang out with that guy. So then we actually go into the conference room, and the PPC,
Yeah, you know me.
thank you, is planning sort of like when should we bring out the cake. Angela and Pam disagree, of course.
The answer is always right now.
That's right. The cake should always be on its way out.
Immediately.
That's right. Pam is yawning. She's super tired. But Dwight busts in, and he has a list of kind of the surprises that we need to have ready for Michael. The list of surprises that Michael has
Yes,
specified he
that's
wants to be
what's-
surprised by.
That's what's so awesome is these are things he specifically asked for.
Indeed. Number one.
I've always wanted a surprise party. Guys, get on it next year.
Have you've never had a surprise party?
Never in my
I feel
life.
like we've surprised you before.
Maybe surprise me by not giving me a party. surprise party.
I'm very surprised that this is what my birthday party
I planned
is.
this one again at a sushi dinner. It's shocking. I'm
Honestly,
surprised
guys,
by that plan.
I'm kind of
that I've
surprised. I
made.
can't believe this is my birthday party.
I forgot where I was going with that now. Oh, except that I've never had a surprise party, but maybe that's what I need to do. Make a list of what I want to be surprised by and pass
There
it
you
to
go.
you guys and be like, hey, this would be fun.
There you go. Well, maybe some of the things that you
This
would
is a
want
list of my surprise
are the
plans.
same that were on Michael's list because
Just
he
use
wanted
his list.
Yes.
he wanted trick candles.
Sure.
Okay, he wants a surprise stripogram,
Okay,
Yes.
use his list.
but
Do
he
that.
doesn't want to know who
Yes.
or when.
And this pays off big time later in the
Oh,
episode.
Baby, does it? And
I
then
like that. Yes, yes.
You want
Just
that.
print it out and then cross out Michael and put Andy.
now here's the deal, Andy. I know your birthday was 4 months ago, but here's your stripogram.
I'm gonna
Caleb, whoa.
This is getting out of hand.
There you go. And then Angela quickly lets Dwight know that this is a closed door meeting and kicks him out. And they have a little bit of a lover's spat over that one. So there you go. So then we go back into Michael's office and his phone is ringing. And Pam lets him know, hey, Jan's on the line. And she basically says, hey, I'm returning your urgent call. I'm returning. Michael's surprised to receive the call. Jan says, I'm returning your call.
Yes.
Which you said was urgent.
Yes.
Michael says, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Oh, that's crazy. I thought we shared the same birthday.
You know, that's smart for Michael Scott. that was very smart. That's
Jan-
smarter than
Jan concedes.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Michael.
You can tell she's like so reluctant. She's like, happy birthday.
Yeah, she's like, I kind of want to hang up on you. Then she asks, am I on camera? He says no. She then hangs up. She has learned. Oh, good for you, Jan. Oh, my goodness. So then we head into the kitchen, and Michael is opening up. He's kind of placing and opening up the pink box that we saw him carry in at the very beginning of the episode. And as Stanley walks in, Michael is sort of waiting for somebody to walk in. He's got the coffee pot, his coffee mug, waiting. Stanley opens the door. Okay, I'm going to pour my coffee.
Yep.
Stanley kind of sees the box. Michael, somebody brought donuts in for my birthday. Dang it, Michael. Stanley's not complaining, though. He's quite enjoying it. So then Jim is with Kevin.
Yep.
And this is where we kind of find out what's going on with Kevin. Okay, he was late. He was worried. Pam checking in on him. He's having a conversation with Kevin, Jim and Kevin, and we find out that he might have skin cancer from kind of Kelly asking questions. Kelly then, empathy on display.
Yeah.
I was watching this episode of Grey's Anatomy, and there was a lifeguard who had skin cancer. Jim kind of like, no.
He's like, Kelly, you know?
You could take it
I was
easy.
unaware.
But then we hear from Kelly. She's like, hey, Princess, the saddest funeral ever, Princess Diana. And also maybe my sister. Dang it, Kelly. And then we have a clip here, but as Michael is still sort of hanging out in the kitchen, somebody else comes in
Yes.
looking to get one of those good donuts. Let's check it out right here.
Who brought in donuts?
Somebody got donuts for my birthday.
Oh, Toby.
Happy birthday.
You didn't know it was my birthday.
I guess I forgot.
Well, I guess I forgot to give you a donut.
You serious?
He doesn't even say words. He just kind of hums at him. And I love that he closes the box and then reopens it for the next person who's going to walk in.
If I were Toby, I would have just gone out there and just went to somebody and said, hey, do you mind going in there and getting me a donut?
Yo,
I
give me
would.
that donut.
Yeah.
Look at
I don't
Phyllis.
care
I
what
would go to Phyllis. I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Phyllis, hey,
Phyllis.
go in there.
Yeah.
Sweet
Phyllis
talk
would
him,
give him a
get 2
donut.
donuts and then bring me one of them donuts. Sprinkles.
Who besides Angela, Angela, obviously, who wouldn't get him a donut?
Dwight.
Dwight. Yeah.
Birds of a feather.
Easy.
There
Maybe
you go.
Stanley because he wouldn't want to get up. I ain't doing
Stanley-
that. I ain't your...
I already got a donut, Toby.
Stanley'd be like, get your own damn donut.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm on
yeah.
a call,
Stanley
Toby.
wouldn't. Ryan wouldn't. I don't think he would.
Ryan would do it.
Not for Toby.
No?
Ryan's
I think Ryan would do it.
I don't know. We haven't seen the full Ryan evolve yet.
I
Wait a
would
minute.
go to Jim, and Jim would get it in a funny way. He wouldn't just
That's
go
true.
in and like get it. He would like do something.
But actually, Ryan would be the most strategic to go to because Ryan could get all the donuts he wants from
With
Michael.
that's true. That
Michael
is
would be
true.
like, I know you're taking 11 of the 12.
But I'm just lost in your eyes.
Why don't you take 12?
Yeah.
You know what? You take the box.
That's
you take
right.
the box.
Just take the whole box. So then we go back out to the bullpen, and Oscar and Angela are talking with Kevin, and I guess in quotes, I would say they're encouraging him when it comes to his diagnosis. Oscar's like, it's going to be fine. You're going to be okay. And Angela's like, don't tell him that. You don't know that. Thanks, Angela.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, encouraging him in her own special way. And then there's a delivery
Yes.
that has arrived for Michael Scott. And this, I mean, it's a lady showing up to deliver a package.
Do we know what the package is?
Oh, we
Was?
know what the package is.
All right. Let's hear about this package.
No, for real, we don't know what the package is.
Okay.
But
I mean, it was huge. so-
Michael sees her. I have a delivery for Michael Scott, and he's like, "Oh, here we go."
On my list, folks.
He's so nervous.
I think he says, Dwight, she's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And she's like, I mean, I'm sure she's a very kind woman, probably a mom, but she's like a middle-aged mom. Like, she's not
Yeah.
anyone.
She's
that
just trying to
you
make ends
assume.
meet.
She's wearing a jacket and a hat.
That's right. He's expecting her to like rip the hat off and shake the hair out, all that good stuff. Breakaway uniform, maybe. This chair has arms. Is that going to be a problem? He says out loud. He's asking Dwight for singles.
Yes.
He puts one in her polo shirt.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then he's like, puts his hands on his face. He's like, I'm so nervous.
yes.
I love that she doesn't mind. Like, she doesn't think it's weird that a man walks up to her and is like, oh, here you go.
No, she minds. She's being nice about it, but she's as confused as everybody else is, right?
She's
Yeah.
confused, but she
I think
takes the
so.
dollar.
Because okay, put it in this. I mean, I would take the dollar.
For sure.
I might say, what is this for? But not give it back.
Put it in this perspective, okay? The only people who heard so far that Michael wants a stripogram is Michael, Dwight, because Dwight went in to tell the party, the PPC.
Yep.
Yeah, you know me.
I'm not going to
Guys,
proceed
oh,
until you
gosh.
say it.
Oh, yeah. I
So
keep forgetting.
Michael, Dwight, Pam, Angela, and Phyllis.
Yep.
Everybody else is like Creed, Stanley. They're like, Kevin, this is a stripper. Like, that's what they're thinking, right? I think so. Dang it.
Because of how he's acting and
Yeah,
responding.
yeah.
Yep.
So Kevin, I'm sure, is like, I might have skin cancer, but there's a stripper in the office.
I'm
Oh my
fine.
gosh,
I'm fine.
the stage just got better. And then it becomes very clear that she's just a delivery person,
Yes.
and Michael is he embarrassed? Is he
No.
disappointed?
Disappointed.
I think it's more disappointment than embarrassment.
Dang it.
He's not a self-aware guy. You know,
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh my gosh. And then this is the sort of the first instance we get where Michael is going to share a few times about some of the worst birthdays that he's had. And he tells us about his 7th birthday. He's turning 7 years old. His mom
That's
got
a great memory.
a pony. He got a pony in a cart.
Aww.
But then Michael, when he interacted with the pony, he got a terrible rash. And so he had to be inside all day while his mom was rubbing cream on him.
he says it was about 3 hours.
Oh, gosh.
3 hours of cream being
That's-
rubbed on him.
Doesn't that explain a lot when it comes to Michael Scott, though? Oh, Michael Scott's mom. Think of a mom who would spend 3 hours rubbing cream on your side.
I just have 2 words to say: fundle bundle. Anyways, so all the cream is getting rubbed on Michael, and then when he goes outside, the horse is already in the trailer and around the corner.
Yep.
Worst birthday ever.
Yep.
Dang it, Michael. He remembers. So then Dwight is in Michael's office with his recorder playing For the Longest Time. And when Michael is not happy about it, he lets him know, I'm playing you For the Longest Time by Mr. William Joel. So much respect. Oh, Dwight, you're the man. And Michael's just having a rough day. He's upset. No one has signed his birthday poster. And then when it goes out, somebody has signed it, but it's only Dwight.
Yep.
Happy birthday, Michael, from Dwight. And it's a really bad poster. Like, I don't know where they got this printed, but it was bad news.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't they? Oh, they're not a print shop. I'm sure they could have printed it there, but
Michael got this printed himself and brought it in this morning,
Okay.
right?
yes.
I'm thinking that.
Or is this Dwight? Is this the one thing that Dwight had some forethought on?
I don't know. Because
It's-
Dwight does some other stuff for him later.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think it's Michael.
So nobody signed his birthday poster. That is upsetting. And at least his mom has sent him a gift. And he gestures over to is it a velvet painting
I don't know how to describe these
of
paintings,
James Dean?
but if you've seen it, you know what we're talking about.
It's like that velvet painting. It
has a texture for sure.
Yeah, it looks like a velvet painting of James Dean on a motorcycle,
Yep.
smoking a cigarette that lights up
Yes.
in front of the Brooklyn Bridge. Is it the Brooklyn
How
Bridge?
does it light up? Is it battery powered?
Oh,
Like,
it's
do you
gotta
come
be.
in and turn it on every morning?
Oh my gosh.
Probably.
That yeah. For
So
sure.
I love that he says,
We need to get one of those.
at
in
least
our
my
studio.
mom sent me something. And then as they continue to process, he gestures to the photo and says, I bet Luke Perry's friends never treat him like this. Which is so good. If anybody doesn't understand, Luke Perry is from
He's like the
90210.
90s, yeah,
Beverly Hills 90210.
Uh-huh.
Kind of has a James Dean vibe.
Yeah.
sure. But
But
he doesn't at all.
I love
like
that Michael thinks that his mom sent him a velvet painting of Luke Perry smoking a cigarette. Oh, it's so good. Dang, I seriously, that was one of my favorite parts. I laughed out loud. So then we cut to Pam and Jim, and they're sort of like bringing each other in on the loop about what's going on with Kevin. They are concerned. And Pam is sort of like self-reflecting, and she's saying, man, if I found out about something like this, let's say I had a week to live, I would go to Europe, I would go to South America,
Yep.
I would go to the Grand Canyon, I want to see the Pacific Ocean.
Yes.
It would be a very busy week.
really good. Woman, get started now.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's a to-do list right
She
there.
would be all over the place.
What would you do if you only had a week?
Oh, geez, that is a huge question.
Okay, go, Caleb.
Oh my gosh.
he needs too much time to think.
You have
Yeah.
1 week to live.
Oh.
What would you do? Would you go skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing, 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu?
You know, that sounds oddly fun.
Tim McGraw had it right, am I right?
Yeah, he did. He did.
I mean, that's
Big Tim McGraw fan. Although I
Okay.
hate him as the dad in Friday Night Lights.
I would take my
He
family.
makes
Kind of a
me,
jerk.
it makes me so sad.
kind of a jerk, Tim
He
McGraw.
just wants your love, Tim. That's what he wants.
All you can think about is football. He wants to be loved.
Yes. I don't know if I had a week to live.
Do you think Tim McGraw wrote that song in response? Dude, he loved deeper,
Pam.
spoke sweeter, gave forgiveness he'd been denying. Tim McGraw, Friday Night Lights.
He wrote it about his son.
He wrote a
did.
bull. There you
He
go.
did.
Oh, man. Connecting dots.
Yeah.
Anyways, 1 week to live. What would you do?
I was like, oh, we're moving on.
It's so hard
Okay,
to
I
think
would just
about.
take my family
Okay.
and overseas, probably Italy.
Skydiving.
No,
Sorry.
just like vacation.
Yeah.
What do you know? Who cares?
I'd probably like want to do something family oriented too, but
Yeah.
if I knew I had a week, I'd want it to be something relaxing to where we could like interact with each other still.
yeah.
So maybe like a beach house for a week or something, like
Yeah.
Nice.
you know, something simple.
Yeah, I
I'm a
don't wanna be
simple
traveling
guy.
Around the,
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go to 5 different places. Just
Yeah.
one good place.
Yeah.
And
I love
then
it. That's great.
Peace out. Go, Rob.
I want to go space.
All right.
I want to go to space.
I didn't know space was on the table.
Yeah. No, it is. It is.
Well,
You're
We all
dying.
change our answers.
You're dying. Okay. Either that or I want to meet John Cena. Anyway.
So space is the more realistic.
That's right.
We'll go space.
That's right. So then we come back to the office and we're in the bullpen and Dwight is on a sales call, it seems like. But then an alarm on his watch starts going off. He immediately hangs up.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what's going on that phone because right now it is 11:23 a.m. He calls Michael out of his office. It is the exact moment, Michael, that you emerged from your mother's, and it's scientific, so I'm going to say it, vaginal canal.
Yep.
This is your birth moment, Michael. He then shares that there is this tradition in the Jewish community to hoist the birthday boy to hoist them up on a chair, and so they proceed to do that.
He's
And
100% right.
we'll get to that in a minute. But they're going to hoist Michael.
Yeah.
They're going to, treat him like the birthday boy that he is. A real quick cut over to Jim and Pam. They decide, hey, we need a diversion.
Yep.
We should sneak out and do something nice for Kevin. And they get the diversion they need because then Dwight, Creed, and a couple of the other guys hoist Michael.
Oscar.
Oscar. They hoist him so well that his head goes through the tiles of the ceiling, and what could have been a magical moment quickly turns into a moment that Michael just kind of loses his cool.
Yeah.
Dang it, Michael. They're trying to do something nice for you, bro. So then lunch has arrived. The sandwich guy shows up with the delivery, and Dwight is very upset about this because he said that is not an 8-foot sub. To which the sandwich guy clarifies, we don't make an 8-foot sub, so I have 8 1-foot subs. And I love that Dwight's response is just F. He just says the letter
That's all
F.
he says. F.
But then when he hears what the total is, he proceeds to count out exact change to the delivery guy. And then in this next clip here, Dwight shares why and kind of explains why he's not going to tip the sandwich guy. Let's check this out.
60. Why tip someone for a job I'm capable of doing myself? I can deliver food. I can drive a taxi. I can and do cut my own hair.
That's unfortunate.
I did, however, tip my urologist because I am unable to pulverize my own kidney stones.
Which seems a little bit disappointing. I feel like Dwight would be able to figure that out. Am I wrong?
He should be. But he also is very much an exact change type guy.
Like, for sure.
100% that is Dwight personality.
Yeah, I love it. So then we find out that Michael has basically bought sub sandwiches for the whole office for his birthday.
Yep.
And he then proceeds to share that they are, and I quote, bologna, tomato, and ketchup.
Yum.
You ever had a bologna, tomato, and ketchup sandwich?
You know, when I'm coming home from work and it's been a long day, and I call the wife, I'm like, get it ready. You know? And she knows I'm talking about a sandwich that's just bologna, tomato, and ketchup.
That BTK.
That's all I need. I'm a simple guy.
When I was younger, I used to like
Oh my
white
gosh.
bread, bologna, mayonnaise, ruffle chips, right up in there. That was my sandwich.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah,
good.
it would have to the saltiness of the chips would help break it up a little bit, but
I'm not a bologna man.
Yeah, I just can't do it. I've only had it when it's fried, like people like fry it in a pan.
What?
Okay.
That does make it
Like
slightly better. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you put it in a sandwich?
Yep, like a hot ham and cheese, except it's fake because it's bologna.
I've never had that.
Recently on
Oof.
Reddit, somebody put it into a perfect perspective. They said bologna is just a hot dog pancake. And I think that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, does that soften the
best
blow a little bit?
description I've ever heard of bologna.
Yeah.
It's a hot dog
I see it.
pancake,
I can't get on board with
which
the bologna.
is so accurate. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Bologna is not bad, but I like Spam too.
I will say,
The daggers that I got, guys.
here's what I'll say. I didn't grow up on Spam. I wasn't a big
Yep.
Spam fan. I didn't actually never tried it. Okay. I married into this family.
The Spam family,
The
apparently.
the Spamly.
Family.
Well, I married into this family, and there's times when her dad will make like
We eat Spam.
Spam and eggs.
Mm-hmm.
13 years we've been married as of August 19.
Ow,
Happy anniversary to us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
There's been quite a few times that I've enjoyed a little bit of Spam and eggs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
He fries
At
it
the
up.
at the Rodriguez homestead.
All right.
You, like, put
I
some
gotta try it.
avocado, fried
It's not bad.
egg.
Yeah, I've honestly never had it. Side note, though, my wife, through a service trip, actually holds the Icelandic record for a spam eating contest.
No.
What?
That is
How?
still unbroken.
What?
Yeah, and that's real.
This is true.
Oh my gosh.
This is a
She
true
has always
story.
been my favorite woman, but
Yep.
now she's untouchable.
That is
My
a
absolute
real
favorite
record
woman.
that she holds.
The Icelandic
Icelandic
spam
Where?
eating.
spam eating.
Where did she earn this?
I don't. She had to ask her the story. She told me about it early on when we were dating,
Yes,
and then I was
that
like, "Well,
is
that
my
just
woman.
solidifies
I'm
it
in
for
love
me."
with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't say anything else.
How much
He
spam
got
did
down
she
on
eat?
one
Do you
knee
know?
right then.
I don't know.
Enough to hold the record. I love
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, just go Google that.
Yeah.
That is
Icelandic spam.
Yeah.
Sexy. Anyways,
She is the woman.
so Stanley basically asks, like, are all these sandwiches the same? Michael says yes. Everybody's disappointed, especially Angela. She's like, I don't eat bologna. Well, just take it off. No.
Yeah, she just
No.
goes, no.
Just
Well,
eat
can
the
you imagine a ketchup and like
Tomato?
tomato sandwich?
Tomato
No.
bread.
I don't know that I would say it that rude, but in my brain I would think no.
Well, just eat the bread. No.
no.
Yeah.
She just can't be satisfied.
Nope.
Angela,
Sure.
come on. With that, Michael just decides, you know what? I'm just going to take all of these sandwiches and walk out.
Yep.
Get your own. So then Michael then shares with us sort of the second example of a horrible birthday he had. And he talks about when he turned 16, there was this girl in his class named Julie, and they were going to go on a date, but there was another Michael in their class.
Yes.
She accidentally went on a date with that Michael, and even at the restaurant, they got a cake, but it wasn't his birthday, and he heard about it the next day at school. He then
I'm a
proceeds to
smart man though to just keep going like, all right, well,
yeah.
cute
Yeah.
girl,
Yes.
good
Oh my
cake.
gosh.
I'm in
I
this.
am the Michael whose birthday
Yeah,
it is.
I won't say
Let's date
anything.
and cake. He heard about the next day in school. So then he says, no, that was the worst birthday that I've ever had. Forget the pony. It was that one.
Yep.
So then we cut to Jim and Pam. They have snuck out. They got the diversion when Michael's head went through the ceiling. And they're going to go get something to make Kevin feel better. So they decided to buy him a party pack of M&Ms. Definitely.
I
Yep.
know him.
Going to work for Kevin. A copy of American Pie 2,
Okay.
which is his favorite movie.
Great film.
And he also lent a copy of it to Creed, and so he's never going to get it back, as it just says.
It's like Creed is always the black hole of all things.
Dang it, Creed. And then they bought him 69 cup of noodles
Why?
because it's his favorite number
Yeah.
and his favorite lunch.
No.
Nice.
That is so sweet of them. They are darling.
That's exactly what I was going to say. This
Yeah.
is like incredibly thoughtful of Pam and Jim.
Sure.
Like, it's the most random thing ever, but it's going to be something that Kevin is going to look at and be like, this is awesome.
That would
Yeah.
make me feel
Thank
loved.
you.
Yeah.
You know what I
it's
mean?
Very thoughtful.
You know my
Yes.
number, you know my favorite lunch, you know
Very
my favorite
thoughtful.
treat, my favorite movie. Come on, that's sweet.
It's really cool.
It's good.
So then we cut back to the office, and oh, I love this part. So Dwight is talking with Ryan in the kitchen, and he offers him some of the sandwich. He's like, yo, Temp, I got 5 feet left of this 8-foot sandwich. To which Ryan responds, someone ate 3 feet of that sandwich? And Dwight's response, straight face, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Somebody ate 3 feet of that. It was me.
My question. Michael carried that box out a while ago. Did Michael sit and eat 3 feet of bologna?
No, Dwight.
tomato,
Dwight
and
helps.
ketchup?
I think they probably had about a foot and a half.
A foot and a half each?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just pounded a foot and a half each in his office. Good for him. That's Dwight's gift to him. But then Dwight mentions the ice cream cake, says, hey, leave room for that. Angela tries to take the cake away, but Dwight gets very serious.
He does.
It's too important. He basically says, we cannot mess this up. It's too important of a day. Angela's very upset about this. And then Dwight wants to just clarify, because they have a meeting scheduled later.
Yeah. For finances.
Yeah, for finances. Yeah, so we still have that
Fine.
meeting for finances is still on. And it's weird because Angela's like, yeah, we have that meeting, but no cookie, which is weird to me. I don't know. Like,
I
why
mean,
would you need
I've
a...
met with accountants before, and I've
Yeah.
never seen cookies.
Like, why would you
I
need a
guess.
cookie at a
Yeah.
finance
I don't
meeting?
know.
Yeah.
But for
We're
some
just
reason, this
missing
is
it.
really... Like, Dwight is like, but what if I'm hungry? And she's like, no cookie. And
Like,
he's really
if
upset.
I cannot take this ice cream cake to Michael, no cookie.
Yeah. And I'm
Dang.
like, Dwight, you just ate a foot and a half of bologna, tomato, and ketchup sandwiches. Why a cookie's not going to be... I don't know. It's weird to me. Anyways, moving on. So then, for some reason, Ryan hears this exchange, and he's just speechless.
Yeah.
Maybe he really likes cookies.
That's for sure what it is.
Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate that affirmation. So then we come back to Jim and Pam. And they're still shopping. And then Jim just grabs some fabric softener, throws it in the cart.
Yep.
For some reason, that's endearing to
Yeah.
Pam.
Pam loves that.
Is this a moment maybe that Pam is sort of like, hey, if we were a couple and we were shopping and we were buying something everyday,
Yeah.
simple like fabric softener,
I
and
think
it's
so.
endearing to her?
And I think it shows, like, I mean, think about who she's currently dating.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, oh, this is a guy that cares about the little things, that cares about details.
Oh,
like
Roy is a man's man.
fabric softener.
He's like, do not put fabric softener in with my undies.
No, he doesn't have an opinion.
hard and
That's right.
uncomfortable.
That's right.
He
I want you to
doesn't
dry
have
him
an
in the sun.
opinion because he doesn't know laundry. Like, there's a dirty basket, and then at some point during the week, there's a clean basket.
just
she will
appear
hear about
clean.
it
Yep.
if there is no clean
Yeah.
clothes. But how they became clean, how they smell, how they got folded back in the drawer, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a video that I saw a while back. It's a YouTube video where this guy is like bringing his wife in, and he's like, I have to talk to you about this. I don't know how this. It's magical. I thought I was crazy, but I just have to. Somehow I put clothes in this dirty basket, and somehow they arrive clean. It's magic. And the wife's like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah. Does Roy seems like a guy who's like, I want him. I want my undies like pull them out before the rinse cycle. So some of the soap is still in them and dry them by the sun, so they're crackly.
Yes, and Roy's a guy that if he does his own laundry, which I doubt he does, everything's in one load. We're talking towels, lights, darks, his underwear, everything's in one load.
That's right. That's
He
right.
That's
doesn't
all he
care.
has. What else does he have?
He washes them on a rock. Roy, ladies and gentlemen. So then we cut back to the office, and it is time to sing happy birthday to the B-Day boy. They're singing happy birthday to Michael, and I love that he decides, like, this is the most awkward thing about birthday, is like when people sing the birthday song and you have to stand there and
You
smile.
don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You're just like,
And there's like a few options.
I mean, confession. I think people who are closest to me know, or especially you guys who've been to my birthday party, I do not like the happy birthday song.
oh, I
It's
hate
too
it.
long.
Is there anybody who enjoys it?
I don't
But
think
people
so.
let it happen. I don't like it to the point where I say, "Oh, please don't."
Here's
and
the deal.
I ask people not
Let
to.
me relieve the pressure
Yeah.
of the birthday song. Let me give you 3 options
Okay.
that you can always do that sort of break the tension of the birthday song. They also might be really cringy, but here's what you do.
Oh, yes.
When they sing you the birthday song, number 1, you look around like, who, me? Oh, my birthday? Oh, what? Oh, jeez.
Wow.
That's one thing you can do. Number
Okay.
2, you do the finger like you're a conductor.
Oh, that's a fun
Orchestrating
one.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a fun
Everybody
one,
gets
yeah.
excited, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
like you're
this.
conducting the choir.
And then just go super fast and see if they can follow.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Ah.
Or number 3, you do what Michael does, and you just decide to harmonize.
Oh, you know what? I'll try that next year.
To your own birthday song.
Harmonizing the birthday song is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Ready?
No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh, we're on the
This is
same.
so
Closer,
bad.
closer.
We're on the
No?
same.
Okay.
Here's what I want from my friends. Next year, instead of the birthday song, I just want 2 minutes of uninterrupted eye contact.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just
2
stare at me.
minutes.
That is a gift that he's doing
Yeah.
it right now, ladies
Just
and gentlemen. It's unsettling.
Siri, set a timer for
2 minutes.
Oh gosh.
Because I want everyone else to feel as awkward as I feel
Yeah.
while y'all
Okay.
sing this
Here we
4-minute
go.
song.
1, 2, 3, go.
It's already too long. It's already too long.
Yeah,
Sorry,
what?
I can't do it.
I didn't know what was that.
I can't do it. So
I
he's-
don't pick up on social cues.
he starts to harmonize the birthday song, his own birthday song, but then in the midst of it, Kevin's phone rings, and everybody is
In the conference room.
no. It's important to state at this point. I think it's Dwight and Michael don't know
Yes.
what's going on with Kevin.
They don't.
But the phone rings, and sort of all attention goes to Kevin as Dwight finishes singing the happy birthday song by himself. And he's like so happy about it. Oh, happy birthday, Michael. And so everybody's hanging on. What is this call that Kevin's getting? Is this kind of hearing how his test went? And we find out that it was just his fiance. It was Stacy checking in. Michael blows out his candles. They are regular candles, to which he is incredibly disappointed. He's expecting the trick candles, and they do not happen.
I think he says, I specifically asked for trick candles.
Yes. So he's incredibly disappointed by the candles. He's disappointed. He says, I haven't even got a hug all day.
Yep.
And
I'd
I
be
love...
disappointed in that too. On my birthday, everybody just give me all the hugs.
Yeah.
Just hold me all day.
That's right. Just hold us. And I was going to say I love that Angela is incredibly direct, but she does it in such a messed up way.
Yeah.
Because she says to Michael, no one cares that it's your birthday. Kevin is waiting to hear if he has cancer.
Like, that's her way of being loving to Kevin, too. Like, she's like Mama Bear and Kevin right now.
Yeah.
She's like, listen.
It's just a brutal
this
way
is
to do
for
it.
my friend.
And I
Yeah.
quote, "No one cares that it's your birthday." Dang it, Angela. Michael, I think he takes this news well
For Michael.
for him.
Yeah.
Because he could have an incredible meltdown, and he doesn't handle it well, but he's basically incredibly disappointed.
Yep.
And rather than showing empathy to Kevin, he just says, "This is terrible timing. This is terrible news for the both of us." So he probably has a new worst birthday story, I think is what we're getting to. Then we cut back to Jim and Pam, and they are still shopping. Oh my gosh, it's taking them all day. But they're passing by one of the checkout counters, and Jim dares her to use the intercom.
Yes.
To which she makes a joke about, "How old are you, Jim?" And then proceeds to do a Darth Vader impression. "Luke, I'm your father. Set the table. It's time for dinner."
Brilliant.
Have you ever used the intercom at a supermarket?
No, but I want to, yeah.
Don't you want to, like, break a 1-9?
For real. I mean, what could they do? They could just say, please don't.
Like what that lady... and
Yeah.
I will say, that lady, the employee, handled it pretty nice. She's
Sure.
like, "Please don't play with that. It's not a toy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd get that reaction everywhere you go.
No. Somebody might tackle you.
Yeah.
Why?
Because in this day and age,
Yeah.
that could be seen as like an act of...
That's like a taserable offense.
Yeah.
No
Like,
way.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
You're going to be twitching on the floor.
This
That's
I
not
This is an
was
audio
wanting to
medium.
try
Be like
it.
my taser voice. Kazee?
Well, your shoulders kind of did this.
Yeah.
There's some
shoulder
dude
pump,
listening
too.
whose name is Kazid, and he's like, "They're
What?
talking to me." There's a
He's
shadow.
like,
And then we have a clip here, but as we go back to the office, Kevin is sitting with Toby in the annex, and Toby's sort of advising him about, like, getting some help with his health plan and stuff like that. But Michael shows up and interjects because Michael has some great news for Kevin.
Yeah.
So let's check out this clip.
You can get on your fiance's plan. Our health plan is it's terrible.
There you are. Good news. Did some research. It turns out that 98% of people with skin cancer fully recover.
It's still scary.
Yeah, but it's not brain cancer. And it shouldn't stop us from having fun.
Silver
You
lining.
know what they say the best medicine is?
Well, the doctor said a combination of interferon and dacarbazine.
Kevin.
Also,
Also
I don't
laughter.
think people are in the laughing mood.
why are you
Thanks,
here?
Toby.
I didn't even invite you to my birthday party. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Since Toby doesn't speak for everybody and I am your boss, I think you should just go home. Take the rest of the afternoon off. Take a sick day.
If I go home now,
How
I'll
generous.
just drive myself crazy.
Well, you're pretty much driving everybody else here
Oh
crazy.
my God. Poor Kevin.
Crazy with worry.
nice save. Nice
Yeah.
save.
Oh, just when you think that empathy's not going to kick in, Michael just puts it into high gear, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Crazy with worry.
Oh my gosh. So we then cut to this scene where Michael is in his office and he's making a wristband.
Yeah.
He's got this yellow paper and he's making a wristband. I can only assume that maybe he's got a petting zoo planned or some sort of alcoholic beverages that he's going to need people to show ID for, but he's just randomly making wristbands. I guess we'll see what that's about. And then Jim and Pam finally come back to the office. Dwight asks Jim, "Where have you been this whole time?" And don't say the bathroom because I kicked in, I quote, "I kicked in all the stalls." Like, is that like the
Can you
most
imagine
Dwight
if he
thing you've ever
was?
heard?
So good. And I hope Stanley was in one of them.
Oh my god. Have you lost your
Or
mind?
Creed. He wouldn't even care. He's
Yeah.
just doing his work. His desk happens to be in a stall.
I feel like Creed would be in there holding a crossword puzzle and be like, "Hello, come on in."
Did we have a meeting now?
That's right. So then Michael pops out of his office, though, and he tells Kevin, "Hey, I know it's going to make you feel better. I want to take you on a special trip that will get you away from the evil sun," I quote. And I love that Stanley, "Well, this trip wouldn't have anything to do with your birthday, would it?" And Michael's response, "Sir, you are gross." It's so good. But then they arrive at an ice skating rink And there just happens to be a banner hanging that says "Happy Birthday, Michael."
See, through his own party, wise man.
There you go.
He did.
To which Michael just is like, you know what? I don't know what that's. Let's just leave it up. I don't know what that's about.
I love that all of his friends are The Office. No one else is invited.
No one else.
No one else is there.
No one else is there.
It's just The Office.
That's right. Can I just say though that through this we find out that Michael Scott is like a really good ice skater.
Yeah.
I read about this on IMDb too.
Talk to me, Caleb. Talk
This
to
is
me.
why I was looking for the Terry Hatcher quote. Apparently, Steve Carell in real life is like a really great hockey player,
No
and so the
way.
writers like BJ Novak were looking for an excuse to like get
To
Michael
highlight
Scott's
that.
character on The Office
On
and
the
like
ice.
showcase some of those, showcase some of those skills. So
All right. Well, that's
Yeah.
sweet. There's a good
Really?
friend for you.
Oh, that's right. So like a legit hockey
yeah,
aficionado.
I don't
Well, because
remember.
I was wondering, I was like, that's not like a stunt man, right? You
No,
can tell
it's
it's
him.
Michael. That's very
Yeah.
cool.
Apparently, in real life, he's like a really great hockey player.
It shows.
So-
because his stick handling skills are unmatched.
That's what she said.
Unmatched. Thank you, Andy. I love that. So we find out that he's a super good skater, and he talks about that like he would have wanted to join the NHL, but the road schedule is so hard, especially
Yeah.
like on your wife and kids. And I really want wife and kids.
I really want a wife and kids.
Oh, Michael. And then I love that after that, he just like hip checks Toby
Yeah.
into the glass.
That's
It's
my
so
favorite part of this episode. Is he just checks Toby.
Oh, and Toby just takes it.
He does.
Dang, Toby.
What do you do? It's your boss.
And it's
What,
his
what
birthday.
would you do?
I can't stress enough. One episode ago, Michael was asking to be the godfather of his child.
That's true.
And then he's saying, you can't have a donut. You're not invited to my party. And then checks him into the glass. Michael,
Still mad about it.
consistency. Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
There you go. So then Michael, being just the like thoughtful, like forward-thinking man, decides, you know what, this is a moment I need to also check in with Pam.
Yep.
Pam and Jim are skating together, but Michael comes up and basically lets Pam know, hey, you know, in light of all this stuff that we're hearing about Kevin, it's serious, you know, about his skin cancer. When you get home, you should probably give yourself a self-exam when you're in the shower.
Okay.
Because those things are, and I quote, ticking time bags.
So
good.
Ticking time
And
bags.
again, sign of the times, because now, fast forward like
Oh,
10
baby.
years, nobody, if anybody were to say that, they'd lose their job and
yeah.
probably
Oh,
be
yeah.
filed as a pedophile.
There you
They'd
go.
be on the offenders list for
There
sure.
you go.
Yep.
So then Michael, he approaches Kevin, asks if Kevin has got an update, shows the yellow wristband that he made, and says, live strong.
Live strong, baby.
Oh.
Which is, you know, a show of support, I
Yeah.
guess. You know, he took the time to go into his office and make that to support him. And then Michael sees his realtor, the lady who helped him buy his condo.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He can't fathom that she would be there for any other reason than maybe this ice rink is
This is
on the
like when
market.
you're in fourth grade and you're at the grocery store with your mom and you see your teacher and
Yeah.
you're like, hold on.
Do you have a class here?
You leave the place where I go to school?
You eat food too?
Ah.
Oh man, my teacher buys toilet paper. And then my kids have a skating lesson. To which Michael
And she's
says,
with a whole class.
"Are these all your kids?" Which would be the most diverse set of kids ever. So good. But then Michael decides, you know, hey, can I take him for a ride? And he
Yeah.
uses his hockey stick to kind of tow them around the ice.
That is super
It's a cool
sweet.
move.
It is. You
Mrs.
see
Michael
a
Scott.
glimpse of like what he could be as a dad. you know?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
That is, honestly, that's probably his best role.
And there's a look in her eye.
she's into
Oh,
it.
women
Yeah.
love that.
She's
She is
like-
into it.
This guy took my kids off my hands for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He's a winner. There you
Fabulous.
go. And then we see just a real quick note, and Andy kind of pointed this out. I had to rewind because I missed this. Ryan,
Being the
temp.
sweetest of hearts.
yeah, skating hand in hand with Phyllis.
He's
What?
like helping her.
Yeah.
I missed that too.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah.
Is it like in the background of a shot?
No, it's like pretty prominent.
Like they
Really?
like skate past the camera together as he's
Yeah.
like,
Look at Ryan.
So like
Helping
Kevin is getting
Phyllis.
ready to get the call
Yeah.
to hear the results, but the establishing shot is Ryan and Phyllis skating hand in hand, and they're both kind of unsure, but it's just like
Wow.
a cool moment of
Super
like
cute.
Ryan being a cool
That
guy.
is cool.
Yeah, it's sweet. So then Kevin's phone rings. He's on the side of the ice. He's getting the call to hear his test results. Michael Scott skates up like a friggin' pro.
Yeah.
Does like the hockey stop.
Throws like the whole wave of ice.
That's right.
Yeah.
All over Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin gets the call. Everybody gathers around. And then as he hangs up, he says, the test was negative. To which everybody's relieved, but it's Michael who...
Throws a stick down.
He's sad.
Done.
He throws down the hockey stick, throws off his gloves, rips the wristband, gives him a huge hug, and is like, we're going to beat this, Kevin.
There's a friend for you.
Oh, man. This is like...
Keep those around.
Yes, it's the... Like, Michael Scott is dumb,
Yeah.
but there's just also, like... He's genuine in this moment, holding Kevin. He's sad for him. Like,
Yes.
he's not even thinking about his own birthday. There's a little bit of, like, I guess, redemption for me when I see Michael, like, legitimately being torn up for Kevin and, like, just wanting to hold him in this moment. I love that. But then, obviously, somebody explained it to him because he clarifies in an interview. Apparently, negative means good.
Apparently in the medical community.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. So then, as the episode is wrapping up, Kevin and Michael are sitting at the head of the table with all the staff. We've got the cake. Kevin has a get well card with a woman on a bikini. He is all about it. Just, this is so awesome, guys. Michael then gets a gift from Dwight that is a hockey jersey. Dwight is very, very adamant. No, you need to look at what I wrote on back. Instead of Michael Scott's name on the back, it says from Dwight.
Number 1.
Number 1. Dang it, Dwight. Dwight is all about it. Michael is kind of disappointed. Then Pam gives a gift from everyone, and it is the Night Swept collection
She is so thoughtful.
that they probably bought from the bargain bin at Rite Aid.
Yeah, exactly.
And Michael's like all about, he's like, this is nice, guys.
Yeah.
This is
You
nice.
shouldn't have. This discount cologne. Thank you so much. And Pam, as we wrap up, we have a final clip here. Pam has got to spend the whole day with Jim, kind of shopping, caring for Kevin, caring for Michael. And
the mom of the office.
yeah, she has a little bit of an insight on how the day went. Check this out.
Michael's birthday was actually pretty cool. It was a good day. I don't know. It was a good day.
Oh, geez. Now, I know that was a short clip.
Mm-hmm.
I know that she didn't say much.
Oh, she said a lot.
She
But
said it
did
with
she
her
not say
smile.
much? Yeah,
She said a lot.
She said it.
Kaleb Polk, is Pam falling for Jim in this moment?
She can't stop smiling.
We all are.
She's
Look at
like,
Jim.
I don't know. It was a good day. While she's smiling from ear to ear the whole time.
Do you guys remember those moments during dating though, where you're like, or like before dating when you're in the friend zone, but you're kind of starting the
You got
date
that-
thing, like,
that
oh,
Giggle,
I think
giggle.
he likes me.
Shushy, shushy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he likes me. I think we could do this. Like that
Yeah.
feels good.
We bought
Yeah.
some. We bought
Good
some fabric
feeling.
softener and
That
69
feeling
cup of
lasts,
noodles.
like, a week. Every encounter, you feel good for like a week.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
There
true.
you go.
That's true.
There you go. So there you go. That was season 2, episode 19, Michael's birthday. By the end, everything works out. Not a bad birthday.
Yeah.
Kevin's fine. Michael had a great birthday.
He did.
He got 69 cup of noodles.
He got all the bologna, ketchup, and tomato
He-
sandwich that he could.
Delicious.
3 feet of bologna sandwich.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. So this is part of the episode. We'll throw it out to you guys, and we want to hear what is your favorite part. And we had some good interactions via Twitter and Instagram. So let's break these down. Number 1, over on Twitter, the Lighthouse Stan account. Somebody's been interacting a lot with us lately. Love that. His favorite part? It's not a pyramid scheme.
Yes.
Dang it, Mike. Tried and true, one of our very favorites, at Tromboner Man on Twitter.
Nice.
That's nice. His favorite part was when Dwight finishes singing Happy Birthday by himself and Pam's ticking time bags. Dang it, dude. Oh, man. And then over on Instagram, Anthony Marciano, the From Dwight jersey, which I'm not
Yes.
going to lie. I'm a fan of any sort of jersey that comes my way. If Dwight got me a jersey that said from Dwight, I would rock it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would rock
Nice.
it. Oh, it's so good. True Jedi 48. Michael thinking negative means bad with Kevin's diagnosis. I think it's such a good moment because he just like shows his heart. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it shows the friend.
I think that was good to point out. Like, he is genuinely concerned for Kevin.
Yeah.
So
He's
little,
like,
little bit of redemption.
Forget my birthday, Kevin. We're gonna beat this.
Yeah.
It's all about you, baby. Tiger_Hunter, the terrible birthday poster, only signed by Dwight.
Yeah.
What do you think the plan was? Was he gonna hang it up in his bedroom after everybody signed it? Like, he obviously brought it in himself. Only Dwight signed it. What is he gonna do with this thing afterwards?
Oh my gosh.
Framed in his office.
What's scary is like knowing Michael's personality. He might still frame it, even though Dwight was
Only
the
Dwight.
only one that signed it.
Or he might like pull in everybody in the conference room moment and pass it around and just say, no, you've got to sign this.
That's right. There you go. I
And
love
then
that.
frame it.
And then finally, Jessica Wilkinson, 91. Michael thinking negative test results means cancer, and the jersey Dwight got Michael.
Yeah. It's good.
Dwight obviously loves Michael, and Michael obviously loves Kevin.
Yep.
I think that's the moral of this story. And
It is.
Pam pretty much loves Jim, right?
And the other moral is Luke Perry's friends would not treat him this
I think that's my favorite.
The
part of
biggest takeaway.
Oh my gosh. Rest in peace, Luke Perry. Anyways, now this brings us to the part of the episode where we would usually take a look at a prank that Jim pulled, but he was cool guy Jim the whole time. So we'll just take a look at the leaderboard. Still reigning supreme. No surprise.
Bathroom office.
That's right. 26 Shroot Bucks. Season 2, Episode 6, The Fight. Jim puts Dwight's desk in the bathroom.
Yep.
It's going to be hard to beat. And now, as we're coming to the end of our episode, this is usually the time that Mr. Adam Jones would take us over to that Good Dunder Mifflin subreddit.
But he got all mad about the review and me being the funniest, and he just needed to pout.
Listen, I'm
at
going
home
on
for a little
I'm
while.
going on vacation.
I just need a break.
We miss you, Adam. So I took the liberty to go over to Reddit and sort by new, by
Yeah.
the way.
Which true champion of Reddit, by the way.
That's right.
Sorting by new.
Thank you, Kaleb. Somebody understands. And pick my favorite post from the Dunder Mifflin subreddit. So I'm going to share this with you. As always, link in the show notes. If you go to the show notes, there's a link that says Dundie Winner. You can click on that and see what we're about to look at. Here it is. This is from user. It's UUO-gamer. So UO gamer. This has 463 upvotes. It didn't have this when I found it earlier.
Wow.
The title is wrote this under the deck I'm building. Okay? And so it's a photo of like some beams, like that's like the framing of a deck, and then there's like a piece of like metal that's going to be like holding the beams together.
Yeah.
And on the piece of metal, in Sharpie, this guy wrote, "Packer was here, and so was your mom."
I love that.
It's so good. So
gosh.
he's obviously, I don't know if he's building his own deck or he's building someone else's. But
I hope it's somebody else's.
Oh, it's so good.
And I hope 40 years from now, when his grandkids, of whoever this is, are taking this deck off, they're like,
Yes.
what is this?
Who is Packer? And why was my mom with him under this deck?
My mom?
And
Your
so
mom?
was your mom.
Packer was here and so was your mom. And I love that like the questions are typically, like the first comment is typically, how long would you say your deck lasts before it needs replacing?
That's the top rated comment.
Oh, it's so good. Packer and your mom, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. So they're going to get a Dundie, and we'll send that over. And hey, reach out to UUO-gamer and say, hey, you got a Dundie for your excellent, high-quality post on the Dunder Mifflin subreddit. Check it out.
Yep.
Well, that brings us to the end of the episode. Kaleb, thank you, sir, for sitting in. You're the man.
Hey, it was a pleasure.
Super
Always
fun.
great to have you, my
Just
friend.
Fun times.
Adam Jones on vacation. Adam, if you're listening, we miss you. Come home soon. He'll be here next week, I'm sure. As always, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure that you leave us a rating and that you subscribe wherever you get your podcast so you can get the episode as soon as it drops. Tell a friend about the show, and that's always helpful. And make sure you check us out on Patreon. Patreon.com/anofficepod. $3 a month gets you access to the after party at Poor Richards. You probably already know that. But tonight, we're talking worst birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be a doozy.
It's good.
It's going to be cringy and a doozy and all that good stuff. So come join us over there at the after party. And hey, until next time, I'm Rob.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Andy.
And this was
Everybody in the
Conference
Conference Room.
All right, let's head over to Poor Richards.